Welcome to Patrick Roberts, our new timeline.
Welcome everybody. How is everybody doing? I am back from a long unwanted vacation. Man, I have been sicker than a damn dog. I've been sick for about 9 days, just starting to get over it. But yeah, I completely. I don't remember ever being. I've been sick before. Majorly sick before. I don't remember losing my taste and my smell, both completely gone. I am just starting to get things back. My taste and smell is starting to come back, thank God. It freaked me the fuck out, though, I'm telling you. I've never been so freaked out in my life that I couldn't smell anything, and everything that I ate didn't have a taste, like freaking cardboard. So I'm glad to finally be getting my taste back and my smell. And it sucked not being able to smell anything. That I never realized how much you use them two senses. Um, Especially the smell. I could go without the taste. It would. It'd actually be good because you couldn't really taste sugar, or everything tastes the same. So it wasn't like I need to eat sugar or anything, you know. So actually, that was kind of a good thing. But the smell, I cannot go without my smell. I need my smell. I can't imagine what it's like for people who cannot smell. That's the first time honestly, God, I think that's got to be the first time I ever lost my smell like that. Because I'm telling you, I would have known before if I lost some sense like that I wouldn't be able to use that sense. And maybe I was so young, I just don't remember. When you're young, you don't really recognize the senses that much. The smell. I'm sure you do, but not like as you when you're older, you fucking have to rely on them. You have to rely on them senses. But I'll tell you, hey, welcome, Trove, Shark DeCon, and Richard is probably out there. I will send an invite to whoever wants to come on. I'm sure Rick Schrain has been waiting in the chomping at the bit to get on. I've had this happen first in 2019, then again last year. Sharky, you're more than welcome to jump on with me. Trucker Jim will be joining us sometime later tonight. You too there, Trev. And this shit with the big C that's going around, we're going to have to... they're taking, as you've all seen the news, they're taking shows down left and right for saying the ittiest little thing against protocols. So I'm going to try to bounce around as much as I can. Like always, I do when I've thrown myself out there and just said fuck it and talked about it, I've gotten strikes and we've kept the channel up. But I don't know, they're not, I don't know if they're not handing out strikes anymore. They're just cutting channels. You say one bad thing against the protocol and you are cut. So I don't know. So I guess the strike system's out. I don't know. Hey, Sharky, welcome.
Hey, brother. I just started having a little bit of hiccups, which I don't get. I used to have 2 hiccups here, but I got these little bit of hiccups, so it might take me a little bit.
That's fine. I gotta tell what's going on, anyways. So I got a taste of, as I was starting to say before, the big C. What's going around? A very good friend of mine who lived downstairs from me passed away on Sunday night, Saturday or Sunday, I don't know. I didn't talk to her all day Sunday, and the building manager was knocking on my door at about 11 o'clock Sunday night. So I don't know. Last time I talked to her was Saturday morning sometime. But so anyways, the last time I seen her, she was breathing really hard, and I told her she should go in, and I offered to give her a ride, and she just didn't want to go in. And she was scared to go in. I mean, she was afraid that if she would go in, that they'd put her on a ventilator, and so I guess she was hoping that it wasn't as bad, that it was something that she could get past without going in, and she took that chance, I guess, and that's something I've got to look forward to and think about, and I do think about it a lot. What am I going to do when the time comes? If I need medical attention, am I going to be, am I going to call the 911 or try to get myself in the hospital? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I personally don't want to go into the hospital, and I don't trust it anymore. So anyways, she passes away, and I get called down there. The cops are down there, the coroner's down there, part of her family is down there. So I go down there, and they can tell I'm sick right away as soon as I start talking. They're like, "Are you sick or allergies?" Or I'm like, "No, I've been sick for about a week." So anyways, the coroner tells the family, "Well, we're gonna test her for the COVIDs, right?" So they test her, and the next day her daughter texts me and says that my mom passed from COVID, and I said, "No, she did not." She said the coroner came back as positive. I said, "Yeah, but that don't mean that she died of COVID. She had a massive heart attack." And that's even what the coroner was thinking before he even did the test. He asked the people that last seen her that day what she was acting like, and that is exactly what a person who's having a heart attack acts like. And she was obese. She was, in very, very bad shape. She had numerous problems, medical problems. So she didn't pass from COVID, So obviously that's what they marked her, and she would be really pissed to find out that she got marked as COVID. When I seen her every day, and I'm more sick than what she ever was. I'm sick. She wasn't sick at all. She didn't even have a cough. And if she had a cough, it was a smoker's cough, you know? So I mean, she was a smoker. She was a high sugar intake person. I mean, she lived life up, you know, and she ate Domino's.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but she ate a lot of Domino's, and so it's just hard to lose some, you know, for all this to be, because now everybody's jumping on my case for me to go get tested. Oh, I'm
Oh my
worried.
God.
Yeah, I'm worried about you. You need to go in and get tested. My mom passed of this, and it's like, no, she didn't. I'm trying to tell them, no, she did not. And so now they're telling me I need to go get tested and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, let them know your mama told you not to jump off the bridge when everybody else does too. And might want to sit there and take up the scenery for a bit before you make your decision.
Right.
Yeah, I've been watching it. I mean, it is totally in going on. I've been watching. You know, my little Facebook thing. You know, I quit Facebook for years and years and years.
Hey, Cammy.
I've been kind of watching things going on there. Some things, you know, they just don't say. Some things they do say, you know, because I'm watching people around me in all different age groups. But you know, the most significant ones are the ones that you see that you knew or knew of. You know, like they were 3 or 4 years ahead of you. So that's like some gal's brother or something. And it's happening. It's already happening. My best friend Benji, his wife had put up something on Facebook a while back, and I'm just like, God dang, you know. But he's a bit different here. You know, he's wearing like, and he's a great guy. You know, I love the guy, and but he like wears like yellow glasses, stuff. I think he's just around too many feminine. Had too many daughters and a wife. You know, it's just like.
Yeah.
What are you doing, dude? And I thought it was a joke, but it's not. He actually bought like these weird yellowish glasses that are so feminine. I mean, they're like big, like 70s glasses. You know, like I'm like, I thought it was a joke, but anyhow, his wife now is saw the other day is she's at her house with him, but she had put up a thing on a while back about can't really say the words, but you know everything's legit with the big companies, you know, and it's not that way. And now she's sick, and I'm praying, you know. I don't want to. I never liked the woman to begin with, but that's just me going through here. But I don't want to see her pass away. You know what I'm saying? And it's she's sick at her house, and so I don't know. You know, we'll see.
Man, I can't even. Hey, welcome Truth Oops and welcome Cammy.
Hey, Kimmy.
I can't even imagine what it's gonna look like. I'm seeing sick people all around me already. I couldn't even imagine what the end of October, November, December, all them months coming up. I mean, I think we're gonna see people drop.
What? Yeah, we just wait till a year and a half from now. I was saying 2 years, brother, but we're down to like a year and a half now, and it's going to be horrific. It's going to be horrific, and they'll blame it on everything else besides what's going on.
Right.
Basically. So.
Right. I mean, I can already feel the pressure from people and around here to go get checked out and go get the sticker or the giggles to go get the giggles, and You know, I'm like, I think this is a mini test, you know, for me that I won't give in to anybody. I mean, this is my bati. Nothing is going in this crown
Well,
of God's crown right here. Each
you
one
know,
of us is a piece of God, and I am not letting them inject something into me that's going to take my God particle away.
mhm, mhm. And this isn't us. We can't take these bodies with us. So, the shedding of the body is a part of this experience. We've already done it a few different times, but we got transferred here for some reason to go through this portion of it. But
Do you think
oh,
the reason we're still here is because we just were not ready to leave yet? And
maybe,
we,
maybe,
we maybe we're the ones that are hanging on too tight to this
yeah,
reality that can't let go.
we hang on real tight, and it's an odd thing here because this place is totally magical when you look around. I mean, if you saw like you saw things that aren't there, and then you drive down the roads all the time, and then all of a sudden there's something new that makes no sense, and then you've watched the AI talk to you back like it's some sort of a nurse talking to you, and you. I don't know. It's odd, but I do think this is a whatever you want to call it. Purgatory is a word that everybody kind of knows. I don't think it's exactly purgatory, but it is something different for sure.
Yeah,
And
well,
it is
sometimes
so in flux, man. It is totally in flux. Nothing stays the same. Everything here is wishy
sometimes
washy.
I get the feeling that the one that us that are awake obviously have died already, and we, I think, in a sort of a way, we're recognizing that, but
Yeah,
is the reason being that we are still in a sort of simulation like our old Earth, is because we are hanging on to this 3D type reality that we're afraid to let go or something.
yeah. And why is there nothing new? Why is everything crap? All the music is,
You realize
everything like that. Movies,
this
music,
place does
everything
nothing.
is just like,
This
can we
place
not?
does nothing but run in loops. You know, they
Yeah,
can't make a different movie or come up with a different concept. They have to use the same old, concepts. You know, they only have so many of them to
yeah,
go movie storylines. You know, you got the
yeah,
same kind of killer, and it goes down the same way, and you have the stupid people that get killed that don't know how to run and jump in a running car instead of run and go behind, in the cornfield or something. Or you
yeah.
have that same wacko boyfriend, high school boyfriend, that ends up murdering you or something. It's all the same old, and the storylines in the news. I swear I hear them regenerate every so often, just with different characters.
Different characters. Yes.
And,
Yeah.
and it's crazy. It's you know,
That's kind of
every,
why. Sorry. Go ahead, Patty.
I was just gonna say, and all the stuff that's ended up on the news saying, this is happening overseas or whatever. That's not happening in my reality, really. I mean, that's all
Yeah.
overseas. That has nothing to do with me. That's not ever going to have anything to do with me. Why should I even care about it? Why do we even bring this shit into our reality? It's so stupid. We worry about stuff that's not even going to have an effect on us at all.
Well, that's the thing. Is like I'm worried about the people I know
Oh
that
yeah,
are affected. Like you do.
right.
But as far as me seeing it, it's not here.
Right,
I
I'm
can,
talking about like the boat. Like if you would watch the news and you would see all these tankers lined up outside off our coast, that's holding everything
oh,
getting in. That's really not in my general reality. It's not really going to affect me. All it is a fear. They're pouring fear out to the masses. And
yeah.
there's really plenty of food. There's plenty of everything here. There's probably going to be some food shortages, but it's not like everybody's going to starve or anything like that. I mean, this is America, right?
We thought it was. We once knew it was something.
You're supposed to say, "Damn right, America."
America. Yeah. Hey,
USA. USA.
me, Rika, whatever that is. Yeah.
Man, my fucking neck has been stiff since I've been sick. It's just like I cannot. And then it runs up into my head, and I get kind of dizzy once in a while. Like I'll be walking, and then all of a sudden I start losing.
Yeah.
Like I'm off. Off kilter a little bit.
Yeah. Then you start doing the pimp walk.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
cool.
Feeling like shit. I swear, if I'm like, man, this one. I haven't been this sick in a long time. A long time.
Brother, I'm telling you that stuff with Mike will be back down tomorrow. Kind of dealing with him, whatnot. No, I can't help him. I know you saw me helping him when he was here, but he just I can't. I don't know what's going to happen.
Cammy said, "So y'all heard the sad news about poor Nico? Who's Nico?"
I heard something about a Nico, but I didn't ever know them.
What happened?
Was it like a weather channel kind of a thing? The Skywatch person or something?
The only Skywatch person I know is MB 333, something like that.
Yeah, I know.
MB33, something like that. And my kitty, she passed. Oh wow, what happened? Wow, she wasn't very old.
Oh,
Hey, Trucker Jim is here. Let's give him the link. He's gonna come on in with us, Trucker Jim. So Cammy's kitty passed away. That's who Nico is, I guess.
I hate to hear that.
Yeah, the kitty. It's a kitty, not very old.
I've known a few people that animals have passed away lately. So
yeah, I know. They're like people are like, oh man, I'm seeing death all around me too. Already, well, it's like too much already, and it's just starting. This
is just the beginning, and we know this. We can make fun of it. And this.
Oh,
man.
I'm not making fun of anything.
No, but like I can think in my head, like on Friday, the movie Friday, and it's like, and this, man. Smoking the weed and stuff like that. But it's going to be horrific. I feel, and I hate that. I don't like to. I mean, I know it's got its purpose. I know God's in control, and so I ain't worried about most of this stuff. But other than kind of what affects us as going through, but it's a weird thing, because like even as a kid, kind of knew it was going to be around to see the last parts of the story, basically. And so, and now we're here, and it's like, what do we do with this? And I don't know what to do with it. I really don't know what to do with it because I can't help. I mean, Uncle Tommy now is saying he's not going to go get it anymore at all. He's seeing through the fuckery, which is good. But, I mean, I guess if I've helped one person, that's all I need to help. But, he's like 74, I mean, in this lifetime. But, he won't tell my dad, I can't help my dad. And my dad won't listen to him, which he listens to him for everything, but he won't listen to him about this kind of crap, It's an odd place. I don't know what to think about it. Trucker Jim.
"13 weeks old, and she had heart murmur, and it was bleeding out into her chest and abdomen. When they tried to release pressure in tummy, all of her veins collapsed, so I had to put her down."
No.
I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that, Cam.
Yeah. There are little partners, and then they go on and they go into being other partners for other people. So there's probably some little kid out there that is getting to, enjoy your little kitty's presence as a young one. So,
hey, I'll be right back. I gotta go grab a cough drop.
Okay. I can't hear nothing. Can y'all hear me? I'm not sure if anybody can. Oh, you can hear me, Cammy? I don't know what to talk about. Anyhow.
Because that's could have talked. Oh my God. I don't know, Church. I'm not leaving you in charge anymore.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm just honest. Just whatever I can. Sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm not. It's just like, duh. Like, sorry, brother.
I'm like, say something, Sharky. Say something.
Yeah, maybe I should have.
Say something.
Started, if all else fails, get up and do a little dance or a jig or something, I guess, man.
Can you go, Ricula?
Yeah, they had them big horns. Woo,
yeah. Ricula.
Yeah, and they were on them mountains, and, I always like those commercials.
Welcome, Floyd.
Welcome, Floyd.
Oh my gosh.
Where's your brother? Is he coming home?
I don't know. I sent out the link.
Wonder if he's driving.
No, he's not driving. I talked to him earlier. He's not driving.
Is that a company thing or?
I don't know.
Or just he's down on downtime or something.
I would let him get into it with. I don't know.
Okay.
I let him, if he wants to talk about it, he can talk about it.
I know there's a lot of fucked up shit going on, so I mean.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll come on. He's probably, messing around with himself.
Oh, well, that's fine. And don't want to mess up that time. Everybody's got to have some messing around time.
He's spending time with himself.
Yeah. Sorry, that's a pervert of me coming out.
Y'all just wrong. Y'all just wrong.
Trucker Jim, you're fixing to fall
I
asleep,
figured
man.
that would bring you out of the woodwork.
What the hell?
Yeah, you're fixing. It's like this. It's like, oh, I'm fixing to go to sleep. I feel so good. Oh, it's like
that son of a bitch.
Y'all nuts.
I can't sleep now. I gotta get in there, motherfucker.
Yeah. Sorry, brother. Just messing with you, pulling your chain.
Oh no, it's all good. It's all good.
Not pulling your chain, but you
I
know.
bet you wish.
No, I don't want to pull no chains, man. I don't. Oh crap! The lettuce is enough as it is. The flower of life.
Wait a minute. I got some surround sound going.
Yeah.
Okay.
How is that even? Sorry.
What's up, Sicky Poo?
How's it going?
I'm good. I'm happy. I'm sure the hell over that crap.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if Sharky was asking about if you're driving your trucking business and stuff. I said I didn't know.
Quit.
Yeah.
I heard your guys' conversation. No, I quit. I quit the company. I was down for 3 weeks with the COVID, and they refused to pay me my last paycheck until I was over the COVID. I'm like, get the fuck, and then they shorted me my check. So I told them to go fuck themselves. So I got an interview next Wednesday. I'm not worried about it. I got 31 years experience, no accidents. I got no problems getting a job.
Yeah.
So I'm just chilling out and enjoying the time off.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's probably tons of jobs out there. I said I've been seeing on the news they want to hire truckers like crazy. They're paying them like sign-on bonuses up here and shit.
Yeah.
I
decided to go local.
I even thought about it for a minute. I'm like, man, I wish I could get into the truck because they're willing to fucking train them and everything here. As long as you sign on with them, free training.
It's good money.
Sign on bonus and then big time dollars. But it's like, what the hell would you guys possibly be hauling? Because the fucking tankers aren't even being.
How much?
Huh?
Would you say $10 an hour?
No, I didn't say $10 an hour.
Oh.
I didn't say any amount.
Oh, I was gonna say, holy crap! I wouldn't even give him my phone number.
No, I don't know what I said, but I didn't say any price per hour.
Okay.
I said they're. I don't know. I know that up here they're paying them up the ass, because there's so much shortage. But I said I don't know what you guys would even be hauling because the tankers aren't even unloading. So I mean, like, what would what's
actually? It's scary out there because I mean the shit that is getting transported is few and far between. Between the fuel prices, the 90 ships that are on the West Coast that are not even in the ports yet because they're shorthand. Warehouses shorthanded where they can't get the trucks unloaded in less than 12 hours. It's pretty much stopping the whole country.
You know where this is all going, don't you?
Oh yeah, I know where it's going.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's put it out there for the viewers. They're going to make sure that everything shuts down it comes to a super crawl, you're gonna be missing. You're gonna be missing people to unload the docks. You're gonna be missing the truckers. You're gonna be missing the firemen. You're gonna be missing the policemen. You're gonna be missing the nurses. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna bring in some militarized force to run everything, and that's gonna be, probably the UN.
New York's already starting it.
Are they?
New York's, they're already starting it with the hospitals. They're bringing in the military medical and bringing them into the hospitals for the 95,000 employees they got either fired or suspended or whatever because they didn't do the vaccine mandate.
Okay, so there are forces right now that they're using, but we're not going to.
They're not. Yeah. Yeah,
they are our forces, right? They're bringing in
they're armed American forces, but I'm hearing that in Utah, somewhere in Utah, the United Nations has set up a kind of like an embassy.
Yep, I've seen that too.
It was a U.S. government building, but now it's a United Nations building undercover.
Yeah.
Hey, I will say this: when I was in the Marine Corps, we kind of got it was a bit. We all thought it was funny, but our Kevlars we painted a Smurf blue. I had Smurf blue camis anyhow because they were just so old, and not the regular camis, but the thick ones. What would they call it? But they you wash them a gazillion times. And that kind of crazy stuff to give you to wash them, and they turn blue. They were, but we had to paint our gear, and we had to put UN on these generators and stuff. All our green, cami generators were blue. Smurf helmets, blue. Had to put UN on there, and I was in the Marine Corps, and I was just like going, okay, I don't know why. I mean, but I'm a Marine. But why the hell am I putting something on there? And then it kind of passed, and we had to paint them all again the other colors. Back to USMC.
Yeah,
it's the fuckery's all around. Has been there. I was young and dumb and full of who knows.
Hey, Sharky. Hey. I had the same problem. I have on my permanent record, I refuse to put the United Nations patch on my uniform. I got an Article 15 Class A and got threatened 130 days or 120 days in jail.
And they won't throw you in there, too.
And I refused. Yeah, I was part of that group, the several thousands that refused to put the patch on in the 90s. I mean.
Yeah, as far as me, I didn't hear any kind of revolt or nothing. It was just I was just like, this is retarded. What? So I just thought, okay, United Nations, we're supposed to help them for whatever because it was always my mother found out things in the papers before I did. She would write me stuff like in her letter and be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Then the next day, I'd all of a sudden, you first to go, last to know kind of shit. And like, what? How does my mother know about this stuff before I even do? I mean, it's an odd place here.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. So, not to change the subject, but to change the subject, what's your symptoms, bro?
What's my what?
Symptoms.
Oh. I was really tired, like fogginess, loss of taste, loss of smell,
metallic, almost like sucking on a wet penny.
Yeah, kind of a weird, not so much that, but everything, people, if they would smoke around me, it was like a weird smell, like you could taste like a weirdness smoking or any tobacco products in my mouth, like I chew. So I mean, that
what
was
about headaches?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't really suffer too bad from them because I was popping Tylenol 500 acetaminophen and shit like that. But a lot of body aches. I mean, all over everywhere.
Yeah.
My fucking whole body
Yeah.
hurt. A lot of coughing up phlegm, but not getting a lot. You know, like a little phlegmy.
Get the Mucilex. Get the
Yeah,
Mucilex DM. That helped me.
Yeah, I just picked a Mucilex up.
Okay. If you use it, just go ahead and use it. But next time, make sure you get the one with the DM. It helps a lot better.
Did you have a lot of feeling in your kidneys, like pressure? And it was like maybe it was in the back of my lungs. That
Diarrhea bad.
I didn't really have much of that. A lot of being nauseated a lot.
Yeah.
That's why
A lot of nausea. Yeah.
I couldn't really eat.
I got sick twice.
Yeah. Yeah, I just
And
actually
they were towards the end of the sickness.
Yeah, I actually just got sick a few minutes ago. That's why I had to go get a cough drop. Because
I had a massive migraine just on the right side of my head, and it felt like it was pushing my eyeball out for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I do feel
And
now
I get headaches at least twice a day now.
I get a lot of pressure behind my eyes, but not like a big time headache or anything. And I'm fighting this twice as hard because I got diabetes. So it's like, I'm probably double the time that it would take a normal person to get well. Usually I'm not down this fucking long. I mean, tomorrow will be 10 days.
I was 3 weeks. I was 21 days.
Wow.
Actually, I was like 24 days to be exact.
See, Trucker, that's what happened to me when I got my cousin came down. He was sick here. And about a week or 2 weeks later, he was still here, and all of a sudden I caught it. And it took about 3 weeks. I went through all kinds of crazy symptoms, the chills, everything. I lost about 10 pounds. Everything went back to tasting like cardboard and stuff like that. I just couldn't eat but it was kind of like day by day, and I'm just telling myself, fuck this shit, basically. And every day was, and some days I thought I was better, and I felt better. And then next thing you know, I wake up the next day and I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
And it was something else. And I was like, man, when am I going to get over this crap? Because I'm feeling better, but then I'm back down. And so it was a roller coaster.
Nighttime seems to be the worst. Like during the day, I'll feel really good. I feel like I'm coming out of it. Like, all right, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
And then as soon as nighttime rolls around, I go downhill real fast.
Yeah. That's what happened to me. It took like 3 weeks.
Mine was the last like 7 days. I would be really sick one day. The next day I was fine. I'd be sick the next day and the next day, and then I'm fine the next day. And it was like, really, what the hell is going on? It was like waves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not a natural kind of a thing.
No, it was nothing. No cold I've ever had before. I had no fever. I had no problems breathing.
Yeah, I didn't have a fever. I was surprised. I'm like, I thought there was supposed to be a fever that came with this.
That's a biggie. No fever.
Not at all. Yeah, that surprised me too. But I slept a lot. I mean, a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, the first 2 days I slept damn near 48 hours straight, other than taking a piss break and maybe getting up and having a peanut butter and sandwich, half of a sandwich, if anything.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So it was rough.
Yeah.
It definitely knocked my you know what in the dirt.
It's not a natural thing. I mean, how old are we? We're all old fuckers here.
51.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, we all should know what sickness normal is like, but if that kind of stuff
Yeah.
isn't normal, we get over it. But it's like the same thing. It's like, why ain't I running any dang fever? I should be like sweating it out or something. You know,
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
over 3 weeks.
I even tried
Yeah,
to
you're
sweat
right.
it out, and it was just my normal sweat because I had the room too damn hot. You know, I
Yeah,
couldn't
exactly.
I couldn't get my body to fire up, you know.
Yeah.
You want to hear the weird thing? I drooled a lot. I mean, I wake up, my side of my face is all crusty and shirts all like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I drooled a lot.
yeah.
I'd
Must
say
have been a
that's
good dream.
I'd say for
Yeah.
me that'd be a thing, but since I've growed the beard out over the last 3-4 years, it's a
You
common
got your
thing
own.
anymore. I mean, I gotta wake up and it's like, it's like cranky, 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 cranky. Just throw water all up on it, and then like cranky, 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 cranky. Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. But I think that's part of me being older too, though. And me smoking all the time and everything else. So
Yeah.
I think it's just a part of it. But but yeah, if you're not used to drooling, you start drooling. Yeah, that's a
Right.
symptom, man. That's a symptom.
It was nasty. I'd wake up the next morning going, oh, gross. At least I wore a shirt.
Oh yeah. And sometimes the shirt is a bit wet. It's like at the top. Like what the crap?
Welcome, Jennifer. Hey, man.
I don't need a shower today.
Yeah, Jennifer says maybe there is something to the vaccinated shedding. I don't know. I think there is because how else are we getting this sick? I think the vaccinated are shedding something off them.
Well,
Yeah.
I believe that. I try not to believe that, but I do think there is something to that. My son's grandma just come down. And she was one of the ones, another one, she's her home health and all that stuff. She's like 72, so she just kind of takes care of older people. But she's 72. But people that are not in that great health and stuff like that. So but she wasn't going to, she didn't ever wear the mask and stuff like that, but she did get the shots. And then I said something about a passport, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I got one of them, but I accidentally, mailed it with some other stuff to my sister." And I'm like, "What?" Because I didn't know there was something like that here in the States, but she's from Virginia, so it's like, okay, so they got something like that already. But. I mean, it's like, what do you do? This is the same woman that went total reptile eye on me a few years back. And, I like this version of her better than the other one that was crazy, out of her mind, woman. And this one I invite into my home. I like her. And it's like, well, what do you do when it's your son's grandma and her eyes go to total slits in the sunlight and you're sitting there watching her? I haven't only saw it but one time, but it lasts about 3 minutes or so. And I've talked about this before, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, I mean, I was showing her some things. She went outside at one point and came back in, and my son's like, "Have you been crying?" And it looked like she had, but she said she hadn't. Who knows what that's about? Because I mean, men are different than women. But I let her, like, I'll go ahead a stream, and she listened to that. I had it playing, like, right, and so I even think I wrote it out. Goes, it's kind of helping me because he got talking about Rashley, and then I was like, my son's grandma is here and she's listening to all this, and I think it's kind of helping out. She didn't know I was writing that stuff, but I was, and so we'll see. I don't know. I've got an uncle now that's not it's like finally starting to, and he was. I don't know, he's like not wanting to get any more. So there are some good things
Did you
coming out
say
of this.
your grandma's eyes started turning reptilian?
Oh yeah, they turned total reptile. They went to straight up slits
Yeah.
like that, in the sunlight for about 3 minutes, and I was sitting there looking at her talking, and she was just talking up a storm. I'm sitting there looking at her, and they went from like round to this, and I'm like, and in my mind, I was going, well, okay, that's what the shit, and what do I do with this? And all I could do was sit there and look at her straight in the eyes, and talk. And then they went back from that to that, and but I knew I'm not on this same earth. I know all these people are different from the ones I knew, and I'm just like, something in her is different, and because she was not a very nice. You didn't. I did not. I hated this woman. I mean, if I want to get down to it, on the way when I was married and stuff, this woman was a very, very vindictive, evil woman. Here, she's not. She's like the total opposite. She was on all them meds for the bipolar and stuff like that, which my wife was bipolar, but she would use weed, called it her medicine, and it would help her out a little bit. But here, this woman doesn't carry around Coca-Colas in her trunk. She hasn't drank Coca-Colas in like years upon years. That doesn't go back to my memory, and so she's just a different version of the one I knew.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's like, and like I say, then it's like, well, what do I do with that? I don't know. She's gonna come back down Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
She likes spending Christmas here. I don't do nothing. I'm just sitting around, and James will be with his mama, and she'll come down, and there's no stress.
Collect flies now.
Yeah, there's no stress. Ain't no presents. Ain't nothing going.
What did you say?
I said start collecting flies now.
Yeah. Make a we'll call it pea soup.
There you go.
Yeah, witch's brew.
There's a fly in my.
Stir it in my witch's brew. We got magic. Abracadabra.
Hey, that's a good idea, Sharky. I think I'm gonna join you.
Yeah, we're nut. There's nothing else. We're all nuts, and everybody's going. But really, for real.
Really?
Okay. Like, y'all not.
I'm on my vacation. I'm not at work.
Oh, wow. Mad Pyman said jab mandates have arrived for us. October 15th, first jab, and second by November, or no job.
Oh, my God.
Page 168 of the Build Back Better bill. Say that 3 times fast.
Shit, I can't.
Page 168 states that any employer that does not comply with the vaccine mandates for their employees will be fined $700,000 per employee. That's on page 168.
Yeah. I mean, that's another thing that shows this place is fake. It's one thing, $7, right? That's kind of reasonable, but No, we're gonna go just
$7,
enormous.
$700,000.
I know,
Oh,
but
okay.
$7 would be reasonable for employees or something like that, you know. But it's like, no, we're just gonna give you an unimaginable non-paying rate that you can never repay and deal with that shit. And it's like, what? I mean, for real? I mean,
So nobody is going to be able to have a job. They want everybody
it's
sitting
gonna-
home.
and it's going to put a lot of business out of business, which is the main thing. They want to take the small business out of the loop. Have it Amazon, Walmart, you know, the names that are out there that are big box,
Yeah.
and everybody else, anybody who's not FedEx, you know, or any of these big trucking companies, they're going to be gone.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's part of the reason I had to leave that job. It wasn't just for the pay. I was being paid cash. That's gone after this mandate. Anything in this Build Back Better bill is anybody gets anything over $600 in their checking account, it has to be reported to the IRS. $600. It used to be $10,000. Now they want to say go back to $10,000.
yeah,
But yet the bill still stays the same. What they say and what they do is two different things. And then you got on top of that, right now it's every employer with employees more than 100. Well, I do grocery loads, so that means every time I go into Walmart, DC, I'm going to have to show a pass because they're 100 plus, and everybody that goes inside there will have to be too. Once you get into the perimeters, so that puts me out of business in the reefer business. So I had to leave that job.
mm-hmm.
It's gonna get rough, man. And I don't know how long I'm gonna be at this job because I think they're right about 100 employees at this company. I won't take the job. Fuck that.
Yeah.
It's all bad. It is all bad. It's nothing. It's nonsensical, and it's not for your health.
That's why I said a long time
Real quick,
ago. I said a long
did
time
you see
ago.
that video? Did you see that video I sent you, Pat, about the spider or the thing with the tentacles?
Yeah.
That was in the Johnson & Johnson and the Moderna? Come on, that's fucking creepy, Jack.
I seen other videos too like that. Exactly like that. Yeah, that is pretty creepy. But I don't remember what I was gonna say.
It makes me think of that horror movie. It was a kind of obscure one. What was that movie?
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Well,
Yeah,
that too,
no kidding.
exactly that too. Yeah, but this wasn't plant based. This was reptile based, and
I tell you, I feel like I don't know. Did you guys feel like this when you were sick? Right in the
it was like
back, right in the back of your neck.
Yes. Yes, itchy.
Huh?
Itchy.
It's like really
Itchy.
fucking stiff. It doesn't really. Well,
And
now
tender.
it itches, but it didn't. Thanks.
And very tender.
Yeah.
oh, the
Yeah.
faculty. The faculty
Oh, yeah.
was a high school movie.
Yeah, I seen The Faculty.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
remember that? Remember that movie?
Oh, that's
and,
with the basketball.
Wasn't
Wasn't that the one with the basketball where he threw the basketball? The head exploded?
No, that was another great movie with a robot. But
No,
unless it was in that movie too.
This was where they
Um,
found a little looked like an octopus, and it moved and stuff. And what it did was it got into their brains, and it would take over the brain.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
all
do
the
remember that.
teachers.
So all the teachers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trucker Jim, you remember BB? BB was a robot. Maybe the movie you're talking about,
yeah.
BB.
Yeah.
Had a really.
I don't know, but it was
voluptuous-
the woman that head exploded was the same woman from Throw Mama
The
from the
Goonies.
Train.
The Goonies, yeah. That was an awesome movie. And they had the voluptuous girl there, she was like, she kind of became the robot or some shit in that movie. It was called, that was a good movie, man. That girl was sexy as all get out. Big old boobies and,
No, that's not who I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the crazy old woman who played the mother in Don't Mama from the Train with Danny DeVito and
yeah, she got her head thrown in with a basketball in her freaking head. Like,
what was that movie?
It's the same one I'm talking about, but there was this girl, a blonde girl, and she got kind of killed or something, and the guy had a robot, and he tried to make her back, because he loved her, and tried to make, I guess, AI connect with her, and she came back, but it was a weird movie, man. It was a really weird movie.
I remember I was a teenager.
Yeah. It was the same movie. Like that girl was on other movies, but she was actually on.
I think I was trying to get laid that night.
On Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And she's one of the ones that the Bueller, and this girl sitting there, and she's like, my sister's cousin's brother heard it from a fucking friend of this
Save
one.
Ferris.
Save Ferris. That same girl was in that movie, and it was called some friend, Deadly Friend. I think it was called Deadly Friend.
I can almost do that.
But it was a really good trippy B-rate flick, just out of the blue, just like it was a fun movie. And she was so voluptuous, I can't even say it, she was blessed.
Beloved.
Oh man, yeah, I was like, I had a big time movie crush on that gal, especially in that movie.
Hey,
Woo.
Speaking of, well, I know you weren't talking about Mandela effects, but I'm going to bring a Mandela effect up.
Okay.
That girl that died as a little kid, and she became real popular for tap dancing. And do you guys know who I'm talking about?
Poltergeist?
Temple?
Sherry Temple.
Oh yeah,
Shirley
Temple.
Shirley. Yeah.
Shirley Temple. When did she die?
My mother.
80-something, 84, 88, somewhere around there.
My mother would always tell me.
You don't remember her dying as a kid?
No, she didn't die as a kid.
I know that.
She did.
What?
I know here, but where we're from, she died as a kid. She never made it.
I don't remember that.
She never made it past, what was it, Sharky, 6 or 8 years old?
12 years old at the max. I mean, she was
12?
young.
Yeah.
I would say 12. I mean, she was young. She didn't make it. I don't think she was a teenager. She was a young. My mother, I've got Shirley Temple crap magnets and stuff because my mother's dead now.
We never seen her a picture of her past 8 or 9 years old.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know enough to know. I know who she is. Well, I know exactly who she is. And I just remember reading her obituaries not too long ago. I mean, not her obituaries, but it was like a documentary of that. And it had at the ending that she died in like 94 or 98. So I don't know. I don't know because I never really followed her, but I do know who she is.
Yeah,
she was
a good ship, lollipop.
I couldn't believe that she made it into an old lady. I'm like, oh, holy
she
fuck.
was like in like Parliament or some shit too. I mean, she became like somebody in a position.
Like a duchess?
I don't know. It was in another country, but she became like somebody else. She died old age. But my mother would always talk about how sad it was, Shirley Temple. My mother loved Shirley Temple in the 80s, when the VCR tapes and stuff and time lapse and stuff, and they show you those stupid commercials that took like 20 minutes,
Yeah.
Info commercials came around, and there'd be a Shirley Temple.
I remember them.
And there she is,
John
dancing
Wayne.
around like a little bitty girl, and my mother, my mother said that stuff till she till she wasn't here anymore. You know, every time that commercial, those kind of anything with Shirley, my mother gave me magnets on Shirley Temple and stuff. You know, and I'm just like, I don't care. You know, but my mother, what I remember with my mother is how I know that gal was way gone as a kid.
No, she was sexually assaulted.
I don't doubt it here. Who the fuck isn't?
Yeah.
It's an odd. I mean, here in this evil world, I mean, like I said, I can remember. You know, I mean, it's an odd thing. You know, I can remember, say, Sagittarius, right? And so there we were, way out here. Everything was kind of going kind of smooth. Everything, there was no really, other than ghosts and stuff like that, nothing kind of weird going on. Yeah, there was legends of Bigfoot. Yeah, there was this kind of things going on. It was basically simple. And then I get here, and even before I was here, you know, somewhere around 2009, crap changed, started changing. Everybody at work started, I helped out, turned into my enemies. They all didn't like me for some reason, you know. I don't know. It's an odd place to go through this, but it's just I don't know. I don't know where the hell I'm at, and it's an odd experience for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that little girl, she died, but here she went on to be like a member in her 70s or 80s or 60s or some crap, and
right. Well, guys,
like,
I think I'm going to hang it up for the night. I got to get some sleep because I got to be up at
I do too.
4 o'clock. So,
4 o'clock?
Yeah, every freaking morning I got to be up by about 3:30, 4 o'clock because I have to drive an hour to Wausau to get my medicine and then drive an hour back.
Brother, you got to figure out a way. You've got to figure out a way, man. I know
that's the only place they'll do it.
Yeah, I've come down low enough to where I'm almost off the shit. I used to be on like 22 milligrams of what the hell is it called?
Methadone?
No, Suboxone.
Oh,
it's
God,
yeah. You know, so
the
I used to be on like 22 milligrams of Suboxone. Now I'm on 4 milligrams. So I've come way down. So I'm ready to get off this shit. Pretty damn soon.
I took that one time, got so sick.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're using at all, man, that shit will bring the shit right out of you real fast. It's like, instant sickness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just hope you able to get off of it, you know, because it's probably going away. I mean,
yeah.
So, I mean, I know you got different health issues than I do, Patty. So, like I say, when I was at the VA, and they freaked me out, and they wouldn't. I had to sign a fucking piece of paper to get out of that damn clinic because my heart rate was up, but they were freaking me the hell out, you know. And I'm like, they injected me with something that was supposed to get my heart rate down, but it didn't. And then they were really freaked out, and they made me sign this paper. And I'm like, I'm out of here. I am out of here. I felt like a prisoner, you know. Wow. And I think that's a leading factor into what's going on in the world now. It's like you literally feel like you're a prisoner if you even want to think about going to a hospital or a clinic. I mean, it's odd. And I went over there and I stood there for everything was weird. You know, the other place where I get the medicine at that point was right down the road, like, you know, a little bit down the road. And I sat in there for like 3 hours, no, at least 2 hours. Okay. I watched people go up, get their medicine, go up, and I calm myself down and I'm like, fuck this shit. But you know, when I think back to it, that's probably when my heart was moving. You know, so I was coming into a different body, and my heart had been moving, and so I was coming off as high blood pressure, like way out the roof, because I'm not from here, and I'm adjusting to being here. And you know, it's not like you can tell your internal organs. You know, like you can get a mosquito on your skin, but you can't tell if your lungs are moving, if your intestines are moving, if your stomach's moving. You might get a little bit of cramp here or there, but you really can't internalize a feeling of what your organs are doing. It's odd, but I love you,
All right,
brother.
well,
I don't want to hold you up.
Yeah, I won't.
Hey, Pat,
be gone.
when are you going to be on next?
Probably tomorrow or the next day. I'm not going to be
All right.
gone as long as I did this time.
Text me if you're going to go on.
Okay, yeah, I will. Definitely.
All right.
All right, love
I'll
y'all.
talk to you guys later. Love you guys.
All right,
Love you, bro.
Love y'all. All right, love y'all.
Thanks.
Thank y'all,
Bye.
chat. Love the chat. All right, bye bye.
Thank you guys for coming on. And